morning, YouTube. Happy Friday. Fridays I film workouts, so I'm really excited to do that. I'm going to be posting it on my Instagram as well as right here on YouTube. They're both going to be slightly different in terms of format, but they're going to both be up. So this video will be posted on Monday or Tuesday, and then the videos will also be up on my Instagram. So either way, you're going to be seeing them at the same time, and you can do them whether you want to just that's the fire department. Sometimes they do that, so sometimes you're going to be hearing that in the background. Also, today we're doing a review on a laser hair removal machine that you could do at home. So I'm going to get ready, walk money, and I will see you in a bit. Wanna go for a walk? Let's go. Come on. Let's go. And dill are really big players in healing my microbiome in my stomach, so I pretty much put that shit in everything. I have my little plants right here, and I'm making myself just a green omelet for my breakfast today. Alrighty gals, it is time for our workout. I finished breakfast. I did this spin session with my mom, so I'm already pre-sweated. Now we're doing our bonus GraceXGrit workout. This is also found on my Instagram grid, so if you saved it on my Instagram grid, because these both drop on the same day, then you can come on here and you can find out how to do this workout much more efficiently than just swiping through the exercises. So this is a Tabata style. As you know, my GraceXGrit program follows the 20 seconds work, 10 seconds rest, 16 rounds, totaling in 8 minutes. That is the baseline, and believe me, it is enough. It is enough. I will be doing a time lapse, so this will not be in real time, but the difference between this and the Instagram is that you will be getting verbal cues over this workout here on the YouTube. So let's just get right into it. Oh, one more thing. I will be using light weights. These are my Bala weights. They're 1.5 pounds each, or are they 2 pounds? Doesn't even say. All right. I will tell you in the comments below what the weight of these are, but you do not need any kind of dumbbells or anything for this workout. So if you don't have anything, you can go ahead and just do it with your body weight, or if you have light weights, grab them. I'm allergic to rubber, so I put little sleeves from like sunglasses over dumbbells because I don't have gloves here at my apartment. So I think I'm procrastinating. Let's get into this workout. Download a timer app, set up for 20 seconds work, 10 seconds rest, 16 rounds. Send your hips back, tag weight into your heels, lift your toes, double pulse squat, curtsy lunge, squeeze your glutes. Step to the side a few inches, tag weight into your heels, reach your top arm to the ceiling and your bottom arm towards the ground. Sink into your glute. Keep your back flat by drawing your abs in towards your spine. Inhale as you go down, exhale as you come back up to neutral. Always reaching your arms, energy is running through your entire body. Your head is reaching towards the front of your room, the heels are reaching towards the back, you're crossing your knees to your opposite elbow, drawing your low abs up and in, pulling your shoulders forward. Step back into a reverse lunge, drive weight through your front heel, squeeze your glute as you come up, abs are wrapped up and in. This is a cardio move. keep your abs wrapped up and in. Tag weight in your heels. Squeeze your glutes the entire time to keep your back chain muscles activated. Step only a few inches away because this is meant to be a cardio move. Move quick, but move mindful. There should be energy moving through your arms, so reach in two opposite directions. Squeeze your glute as you come up and tag weight in that heel. You should definitely be feeling the burn here, girls. Wrap those low ribs up and in and cross towards the opposite elbow. Reach your head towards the front of the room and your tailbone and your heels towards the back. Pull your shoulders forward. Pet a puppy or two. Find your balance by keeping your core tight, hugging your inner thighs together, and connecting your breath to your movement. Inhale down, exhale up. Think about squeezing your glutes the entire time. Try not to release them, always squeezing harder and harder, as well as lifting your ribcage up and off your pelvis. Don't forget to keep your core tight during this move. You always want to keep it flexed, but flex it even harder as you make your way back up to neutral. There is a slight pinch in your upper back here, so be sure to retract your shoulder blades together just a little bit the entire time. Very important here, you want to breathe. You want to find a leg to inhale on and the other leg to exhale. Always connect your breath to your movements. I know you're tired, but stay mindful here. Connect your breath, squeeze your glutes, tighten your core, and get at it, girl. Last move, make it good, make it right, and make it count, babe. All right, 8 minutes done. I'm sweatier than I started. Monty loves to just kind of hang out while I work out. Usually he's like right beneath my feet. So if you have a dog, cat, or a human that likes to just be right there in the middle of your workout, me too, me too. So I'm going to shower and we're gonna go over that laser hair removal review that I'm so excited to share with you. Now, the reason why I saved it for after is because you do want to shower and shave before you do this. So I'm gonna have a protein shake actually, and then shower, shave, and I'll meet you back here on YouTube. The moment we have all been waiting for this entire video, the at-home laser hair removal review. This machine that I have found has been an absolute godsend to an Italian girl with thick, coarse leg hairs and like underarm hairs. So what I wanted to tell you about this machine is how well it actually worked for me and how pleasantly surprised I was. Being Italian and having that thick, coarse hair, I would shave every single day. Usually by the end of the day, it would be like a little prickly and already coming back. When I would shave, immediately I would still see like the pores. If you're somebody like me, you know what I'm talking about. You don't get that silky, smooth legs that you see other people walking around with, and you're wondering, why can't I have that? So I did do laser hair removal at a spa. How many years ago was that? I think it was in 2016 I did a laser hair removal package, and it turned out that the machine wasn't doing anything. It hasn't been serviced in probably ever, the girl said, and it was just flashing and zapping me, not really actually working. So that kind of sucked. But then I think it was March, I went to, like right before COVID happened, I went to another spa and they did like a trial run on me, and it actually did work, but they quoted me for my underarms, my bikini, and my legs for $24,000, not $2,400, $24,000. And I was like, no, I cannot do that. And then they said, oh, well, let's do just the legs for $12,000. I was like, no, I can't. I would never, even though it has affected my life so much, I would not spend that much money on something like that. I could buy a car. I could buy another dog. I could buy like 12 dogs with that much money. So puppies or somebody zapping me. Obviously puppies. But I didn't buy the puppies. I hit the internet and I researched and I found an FDA approved machine that has been around for a little bit and actually has amazing reviews by other people. So I just took the dive because I only had to spend $345 on Amazon on a certified machine. It is a Remington, and I will pull up the listing for you. I think right now the same machine is going for $645, $50. That is obviously double the price that I have paid, but when you look at it, if you were getting quoted for $12,000, $24,000, wouldn't you still spend $650? Maybe the price will go down, just kind of stalk Amazon. I'm sure everybody stalks Amazon, so you'll know how to do that. I'm going to pull up the listing right now because I want to tell you all the hard facts about this machine. Here is the listing. Let's see if it will focus for you. Here we go. Awesome. Here is the actual listing. And I'm going to read off some of the pros about it that is actual facts written on the listing. So this is a Remington, wait for this, IPL 6500 QFB iLight Ultra Face and Body at-home IPL hair removal system. That is the longest name of anything I've ever read. Let's get into the facts. It is a 94% hair reduction in just 3 treatments, and I could vouch for that, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. Most effective at-home hair removal device. Powerful 24 joules per flash for longer lasting and fewer treatments. FDA cleared and clinically proven for use on face and body. I have not done the face, but I have done the body. I've done my underarms, my bikini, and my legs. And being FDA cleared was really important for me. I wasn't gonna just zap my body with lasers that weren't, cleared by the FDA or any kind of big company. You know what I mean? Not company, the health people. Permanent results, professional quality, permanent hair reduction at home. And then it has this cool little video. Let me see if I can make it show for you.
Intense pulses of light created by iLight Pro target the pigment in hair follicles, gently heating them to disable the growth cycle without damaging your skin.
That video here on my YouTube, just in case it monetizes the entire video, because it's not me speaking but somebody else, just when you put copyright music on. So I will kind of give you the gist of what they were saying. What it was saying was, when you have your hair growth cycle, you only are going to be zapping and getting the hairs that are in active phase, and that's usually 90% of your hair that is growing on your legs anyway. So it's a very effective tool, and you're really getting a lot of the hair while doing your treatment at home. Let's get into a few more facts. Nearly 2 times better results and fewer treatments. The Remington iLight IPL device delivers an average of 66% hair reduction 12 months after just 3 treatments. This is 2 more times more hair reduction than the Tria Beauty and nearly 2 times more hair reduction than Gillette Venus Silk Expert Intense Pulse Light IPL hair removal system powered by Braun. So with that all being said, I can 100% vouch for the immaculate job that this machine does on my legs, my underarms, my bikini. When I did it religiously, because I did take a little break, so now I'm back to doing it. I did 3 treatments. So you do your first treatment on the lowest level that your body can withstand, and that means when you zap yourself, you don't want to feel like this intense pain. So you're probably going to start on 1 or 2. Level 2 is probably more suitable for your legs, and level 1 I did do on my underarms and my bikini. I did level 2 on my legs when I did my first treatment. I waited 2 weeks. And when I say 2 weeks, say I did it on the 1st, I skipped on the 7th, and I did it on the 14th. So you're skipping basically a week in between. So you're doing it every 2 weeks, skipping a week in between your treatments. And then you do it again on the next 2nd week. And then each time you increase that intensity so that you're killing the hairs with more and more intensity each time, making it the most effective. Make sure you do not burn yourself. And when I say that, I mean you need to take a shower, you need to shave and not put any lotion or oils on, and then you can do the treatment. You don't want to have long hairs when you do this treatment, because then it burns the top layer instead of getting down to the follicle to actually kill the hair. This machine is suitable for skin types 1 to 4, which means like a very pale person to a person probably a shade or 2 darker than me. With darker skin, they don't want you to hyperpigment yourself because you already have that pigment, and the laser will create hyperpigmentation and it could burn you as well. And when I did go to the laser hair spa, they used the gentle one on me, on my skin tone, where they usually do on darker people. So keep that in mind when you do look up this machine, to check that color code that they do have somewhere on the listing to make sure you fit into that category. If you are unsure, you can still purchase it, and what I'm going to show you is that it has a pigment unlocker. So when you do scan yourself before using the machine, it will give you a green light, or it will shut you out and not let you use it. And if you do pass, then you're good to go. If you don't, then you probably could just return it. Last thing before I show you how to do the machine is I would shave, like I said, every single day. Or if I didn't, my hairs would just grow and I would just have to wear pants or whatever. But now, after my first time of treating myself, your hairs have to go through a cycle. So I did have to shave, but after the 2 weeks, I only had to shave my legs and whatever twice that week instead of every day. After the 3rd treatment, I only had to shave once every 2 weeks. Once every 2 weeks. That is huge for somebody like me, somebody who has coarse hairs, that gets ingrown hairs, that gets very irritated from shaving and can't be bothered with getting waxed because you have to grow your hair back. This is an amazing, I can't even believe the price and how well it works opposed to what I was going to spend. It just still blows my mind. Maybe some of you guys have gotten quotes too and you haven't pulled the trigger because you just can't justify that price, no matter how much shaving and like the hairs have been affecting your life. So this machine is going to blow your mind as well. The machine, the absolute amazing God-sent gift to me. I'm going to just give you a little peek as to what I'm going to be talking about. When you turn the machine on, it has this vent and it makes this pretty loud like air output sound. So I don't want to, scream over it. Well, not really scream, but Let's get closer. Alrighty. So when you turn on the machine, I'm gonna have to plug it in, but there's a little switch right here. And it's gonna turn on There's going to be 5 settings. You always want to start on 1 or 2 on your first week, and then you increase. You have to increase or else you're not going to kill the hairs. This button right here is going to help you adjust which setting you want to be on, and then this is the skin tone reader. So this sensor will tell you if you're able to use the machine. Because this wand right here will not work until you unlock it with the skin tone reader. I did have a problem with the machine. That's something I definitely wanted to go over. When you buy it off Amazon, you might not think, like me, I didn't think that it was gonna have like a warranty or anything because it wasn't directly from Remington, but it actually does. I was having a problem where it wasn't working, and so I gave Remington a call and they still helped me. It was still a certified machine. It turned out that I was just plugging it into a wall that had the circuit having too much on it, so I just had to use a different plug in my house, and that code was the first and last level light blinking on and off, going doo 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 doo. So if that happens to you, you don't even have to make a call. You can just find an outlet in your house that isn't overloaded with too many things. Like for example, the wall, this was back at my parents' house, the wall had the light, it had the computer, it had the phone charger, and then was also, that circuit also was upstairs to my mom's room where she had her printer, her computer, her second computer because she was working from home, and whatever else she had on there. So it wasn't giving enough energy to pull for the machine. So you just had to find a different, less used wall and circuit. Oh, okay. Let's look at it now. The wand, this cute little handheld wand. This button right here is the button that you press to output the flash. Right here is the body attachment. It comes with a face one. I have not done the face, so I cannot do a review on it, but these are what the attachments look like. The body one's already on it when you get the machine, so we don't have to worry about taking it on and off, but it's fairly easy. There's these little release clamps here. All right, there's these 2 buttons here and here. I don't know if it's gonna focus for you. It's not, but there's 2 buttons, believe me. And what you want to do is you wanna make sure that it's flush with your skin, because this button right here, when you go to zap yourself, will not output that flash because it needs to be flush with your skin. So once you find the perfect direction, because you know, like your shin bone or wherever you're going might not be perfectly smooth, like your knee for example, very hard to figure out, but you'll manage, you'll figure it out. You want to make sure both buttons are pressed in, and then the button will allow you to output that flash. So I'm gonna turn it on. That's really all I could say about the wand, and we're gonna give a little example. I'm really excited about this. As I said a million times, this debrief would be something I would have loved to see and hear when I was researching, so I hope this really helps you. The wire, by the way, there's this little pokey thing, and you put it on this side. So we have turned it on. You can see the skin tone reader is waiting to be read. Anytime that you use it, whether it's no matter what new spot you're doing, do use that reader, because your underarm pigment might be different than your leg, and you know, so on and so forth. So we're gonna put this little scanner right here, right on. Yep, you heard it go. And now we are green and are ready to zap. I have done this a few times. So I will be going to level 5. You can hear the fan. And we are going to zap. Another thing, let me pick you up for a second. One more thing before I do zap is that there is a warning on the label talking about looking directly at the flash and like damaging your eyes. I haven't read anybody saying that their eyes have been damaged by looking at it. but I saw it probably twice and it was very bright, and I didn't want to damage my eyes, so I just closed them every time that I make the zap happen. You could wear sunglasses, but I tried it and you can't tell really where you were last, and that kind of defeats the purpose. So I just close my eyes, make it flash, and move it. So you'll see what I'm talking about when I do it right now for you. All right. So we want to make sure that these are flush against the skin. See, it made that little chirp sound. I'm going to close my eyes. It was bright, right? I'm going to do it again for you. See how you can't really see any kind of redness, but you did see like a little bit of a square where it was? You do not want to burn yourself. So if you are getting red, if you're feeling pain, dial it down a notch or two so that you don't, you know, hyperpigment your skin. You want to get rid of the hair. You don't want to burn yourself. This is really funny just watching my mouth talk. Oh man. Okay, I'm going to do it again for you. Ready? Boom. So easy. You can kind of like look at my legs now. This is my other leg. The knee is hard. I have very knobby knees, as you can see. So that part's easy. Oh, see, that sound that you just heard was that both of these were not flush, and that's what happens usually around the knee area or on the shin bone, right there on the peak, and at your ankle. So you kind of like have to find different angles and finesse the machine. The top of my knee is just the hardest thing in the entire world. It's probably gonna be the only part of my body that has hair. I'm gonna turn it off now. All right, you guys, that is pretty much all I can give you right now because I am still in the process of doing the treatments for myself. I do have like a, not exactly a before picture. I'm really annoyed at myself for not taking a before picture, but I do have like an in-between before and after picture, and I will be doing a follow-up review of my grand finale of my usage of this machine. Another key point about this machine is that you have it for your entire life. It is like, it's got so many zaps, I can't remember, I don't have the box with me, but you could use it for an extremely long time. So if you have a hormonal change, like say you get pregnant, you can then take this machine back out and retreat those areas that grew back, or maybe just some spots are a little more stubborn than others, which does happen, you'll find that out. You could just keep treating those areas until you're as smooth as you want to be. I highly recommend this machine to anybody looking to get laser hair removal that doesn't want to spend a small fortune. I hope you liked this video, and please give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe so you never miss a video. Bye!